disclosure. So if the content is made for kids, you specify it. Yes, it is made for kids. If you know this content is not made for kids, and you now said, no, it is not made for kids, but this content is actually made for kids, YouTube will lower your content in the feed. Because there are some type of content that children must not watch. And that's why they will always ask you, is this content made for kids? If it is yes, it is made for kids. Any content that is made for kids, they don't usually monetize it. So they will take it to what? The feed that has to do with children. That content will be posted there. Well, the content is not made for kids. It can be monetized, and only adults, anybody from 18 years and above can watch the content. But when you did not select it, they will just leave your content like that because you did not select it. Another thing, under content disclosure, you must also indicate whether your content is made with AI or not. So when your content is made with AI, in other words, it's making something appear realistic when it is not actually realistic. And when your content is not made with AI, it means it was not made with any AI generating tool or anything that has to do with AI. Do you get it? Do you get? Alright, so you must indicate it. If it is made with AI, you will say yes, this content was made with AI. Do you get it? They will know how to push your content. When the content is not made with AI, you must also indicate it. No, this content was not made with what? AI. So that's all about what we call content disclosure. Then under content disclosure, we also have what we call age range. What age should watch this content? So you can put it, you can say 13 and above. Like when you are 13 now, YouTube can permit you to own a YouTube channel. But if you are less than 13, if you open a YouTube channel, YouTube will delete it. Because they will ask you for your date of birth while you are creating your account. Do you get me? So when your age is less than 13, they don't allow you create a channel on their platform. Understand? Alright, so you must be up to 13 years and above before you can have a YouTube channel. But somebody could create for you, an adult could create for you and be managing it for you when you are not up to 13. Like for example, I created for my son and I'm the one managing it. Do you get it? So but that's under my own supervision. So because they always want to regulate or regularize content that has to do with children. Alright, so that's what we call content disclosure. Then after content disclosure, the next thing we talk about is visibility. The visibility, okay, not visibility. Let's look at what we call cards. The one we call end screen. Let's look at end screen. Let's look at end screen. So end screen are videos that normally pop up. There are videos that normally pop up after you just finish watching a video. I don't know if you've seen that you will see that while you are watching a video, the video is almost ending. Some videos will just pop up in the screen, like related videos. Do you get it? This is the person that did it like that. Do you get it? To keep you glued to the channel. Do you get it? So that for you to also see other videos that are on that channel. And then you click on one of them to take you straight to it. So that's what we call end screen. Then cards, that's what we call cards. YouTube cards, end screen. What we call cards. So cards are video links. They are video links normally attached to the description to show you other videos that are on that channel. To show you other videos that are on that channel. Do you get? So that's cards. Alright, so another thing, let's look at number 10. This is what we call timestamp. Timestamp. So they are called timestamps. They are called timestamps or chapters. So they are called timestamps or chapters, and they could help you locate a particular part in a video. Like you don't want to watch the full video, maybe you just want to watch only this part. So when you include a timestamp or chapter, you can just go straight to that particular part and just watch it. Do you get it? Timestamp or chapter. So how do you generate a timestamp? How do you generate a timestamp? How to generate a timestamp? How to generate a timestamp? 1. You can give prompts. You can give prompts or commands to AI to help you by properly describing what your video is about, and also stating the length. So when you tell ChatGPT, for example, my video is about mobile marketing. In the first part, I defined mobile marketing. I went ahead to talk about mobile marketing on various platforms. You will be specific. Everything you did in that video, tell AI. So AI will help you to arrange the full timestamp. And you said the length of my video is 8 minutes. So AI will help you generate a timestamp of what? 8 minutes video. Do you get it? So you copy it and then go and paste it in your description. You understand? So also stating the length or duration. So number 2, you can also figure it out on your own, for your timestamp or chapter on your own. Then number 11.
That's good.
So number 11. So let's look at the last thing, visibility. Visibility. So after I have done everything from number 1 up to number 10, the last thing is what? Visibility. Everything I've done, people need to see it. People need to watch the video. So your video could be 1, private. When you want to see it alone. You want to see it alone. There are people that could just create some content and they just want only themselves to watch it. Do you get it? Could be private. And what we call another visibility, what we call unlisted. Unlisted. Here, only people who have the video link can watch it. Understand? So anybody who has the video link is the only person that can watch that video when it is on unlisted. Then number 3, when it is on public. Okay, and now we have what we call scheduled. 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 For scheduled, people can only watch the video who can only watch the video until the time you set. Do you get me? Until the time you what? You set. So if you put the time maybe 9 o'clock, until it gets to 9 o'clock, YouTube will not release that video. Then that's how we call, oh God, there's one more. Our private and listed schedule. So there's one we call Premier. It's still under visibility. Premier. So under Premier, your video will first be posted as a live video. Do you get it? As a live video before they make it visible to the entire feed. Do you get me? When we say feed, the feed is talking about general people, everybody on YouTube. Do you get it? So it will first of all be posted as a live video before they make it visible to the entire feed. You get it? So people like Mercy Chinwo, musicians always do premiere most times, where the video will first of all come live, before its actual what? Release. So take note, premieres bring videos live before its actual release. Do you get me? Then the last one, public. Here, anyone. Okay, I know what I'm going to. public. Here, anyone on YouTube or Google can watch your video. So anybody that is on Google or YouTube can actually watch your video. And public is a status for your video. For example, I put my video on public. It means anybody have access to my video can watch my video. So after I finish doing my post-upload optimization, the next thing is to put my video on public. But you must take note that visibility are of different types, and these are the various types of visibility on YouTube. Alright, so with this, I've given you the full course on the YouTube algorithm. I think, is there anything I've not said? Also on the YouTube algorithm. Okay, I did not talk about their community rules and guidelines. I did not talk about community rules and guidelines. Alright, please, I need somebody to help me clean this bottle. Thank you. So let's look at YouTube's community rules and guidelines. Please end, cut.